everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Dream Big, Pray Hard, Never Quit video series. I'm RJ Allen, and today I've got with me a guest that is just awesome. She's going into the fourth grade, and she caught my eye because I know her mom. Her mom and I graduated high school together, Don Jordan. And we graduated together. And then I've seen her post. I've watched Sophie grow up on Facebook. So I know a lot about Sophie, and she knows nothing about me. But I started seeing her playing football. And as you know, I absolutely love football. And I coach football. And I said, I have got to meet this young lady. I've got to interview her because I want to know what made her decide to go after football. Because, you know, even in today's society, football is a male dominated sport. And to see a young lady passionate about this game and to go out there and play it, I was like, I've got to get her on. She's an inspiration, not only to young women, but to women all over the place. So I want to make sure that we get her on. So Don, welcome, and Sophie, welcome to Dream Big, Pray Hard, Never Quit. How you doing? Both of you.
We're doing great.
Good. Sophie, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
You doing good? You're going to be soft-spoken? Now, look, I've seen you out there on the field hitting, and now you're going to be soft-spoken? What's up with that?
Yeah.
So I've got to ask you, going into the fifth grade, what got you into football? Why football? Why not cheerleading?
So I've grown up around a lot of guys. Like I have I have two brothers, and there's just a lot of guys in my class all the time. So I kind of got used to hanging around them. And then I started to like what they liked, and I became more interested in the idea of playing football and other sports.
So what were people saying when you said you were going to play football?
Some people said I had no chance, and some people, they just overall just didn't believe, and they said I just quit the first day I went because it'd be too hard on me.
You didn't quit though, did you?
No.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. So what was it like getting out there? I mean, kind of go over the first practice with us. Can you remember that? Can you remember, okay, you love football and you know, you have these people against you, which is, you know, it can be motivation and it can also be a deterrent all at the same time to where people are like, oh, she's going to quit. And in the back of your mind, that's got to be going, look, I got to prove these people wrong. So did that motivate you to go out there and do better?
Yes.
It did. So what was the first practice like? Do you remember?
Yes, I messed up like a couple times. Some of the guys were impressed, the coaches were impressed of some of the stuff I was able to accomplish.
So that's pretty cool. So that first day was a little tough, but you got out there and you did your best.
Yes.
All right. So what about when you started putting the pads on and started hitting? What was that like? Because I'm going to tell you, I always tell my team, I said, look, you can talk all the junk you want, but when the pads get put on, that's when we find out who wants to play football. So what was that first day like of pads?
It was very, very I was very nervous. I was scared if I was going to get hurt. The first time I hit wrong and I got a helmet to my arm and I popped a blood vessel. So that happened, but I still continued to do it. It was very scary.
But you did it.
Yes.
I tell you what, Sophie, I love that because do you know, I was talking to some kids in my class today. Do you know that most people once things get difficult, what do?
Give up.
They give up. They give up. And at a young age, going into the 5th grade, you've already conquered that. You've already gone against all the norms, playing a male dominated sport, got out there, you were scared, you got a little banged up, but yet you kept playing. That's pretty amazing. I mean, I know your mom and dad are extremely proud of you, but that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. So good job on that. So now hitting, look, I'm going to be honest with you. And I got to be careful. I loved football. You know why I loved football? I was legally allowed to hit other people, not get in trouble.
I've heard him say that before.
and so to me, you've got to have a little bit of a violent streak to play football. What do you think?
Yes.
All right, so go ahead, hon.
Once I started hitting for the first time, I started to love it. It was just, it was fun.
And you'll like it the rest of your life. I mean, I'm 50 years old and I have to punch a punching bag out in the garage. That's not near as fun as it was hitting people legally.
Yes.
So that's awesome. So you're out there, you're hitting people. What was the first game like? And like when you actually got, when you're in the game and you're playing and you're like, okay, this is real. This is actually happening. What was going through your mind?
I kept on telling myself to not be afraid and just hit, just go through it. And hopefully the end results would be good. But I definitely kept on telling myself not to quit and to just pull through.
Okay, Mom. What was it like for you and Dad?
Terrifying.
Are you? I bet.
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay. What was going through your head?
So she has played football since she was, 5, 6? She played flag football, which was a little bit more palatable, right? Because they're just grabbing a flag. They're not knocking each other down legally. And when she told us that she wanted to play tackle football, I mean, what do you say to that, right? I mean, that's a dream or a goal of your child that they have, and you want to support them in those. So I looked for teams. I asked some of the moms of the boys that were playing. There wasn't a lot of girls.
And that's great. And I'm going to take into another question because I'll forget. So you can finish the other one. And what were the other moms saying?
So, okay, I'll get to that. So okay. I asked the other moms, like, where does your son play football? And so we started with the team. We just, went out there to see how she would do the first time, and she did really great. It's not, I'm sure she was scared, but you couldn't see that from our angle. We were the scared ones. We were the ones on the sidelines going, please don't let her get hurt. Then the moms were all saying pretty much the same thing. That's so cool because they've known Sophie since she was little, and she's always loved football. She's always loved she knows all the stats. She knows the players. She has a favorite team. So it's not like she just woke up one day and said, I want to play football. So they were all very supportive. They still are all very supportive. So we're in a good community of people that really.
Well, good. So I'm going to put dads on blast. How were the dads?
The dads
were they all pretty cool too?
Yeah, the dads were good. The coaches were amazed. They were thrilled that she and another girl were on the team.
Awesome.
So that was nice that she had some estrogen out there on the field with her. But they both did very well. They didn't play them a lot at first. And then as the season went on and they could see that they could handle it and that
they got more comfortable with it.
They were showing up for all the practices. They were there. They were on time. They were motivated. They really started to play them more, which we were very thankful for, because if she didn't get to play, she was very mad.
Oh yeah, I get, and that's good. That's good. When you go out there and you work hard and you're there all the time, you want to play. That's the fun of the game.
Yeah. It was surreal watching her put on her pads for the first time, because like I said, she'd always played flag football before.
So Sophie, I'm gonna put you on blast here for a second. I remember a post that your mom posted about you forgetting your equipment. What's up with that?
So, the first couple of practices, I was remembering stuff. And then I got more and more things to bring, like pads and all this other stuff. And I was just like, I don't know if I can like keep on bringing all this stuff. And then my mom said to make a checklist. And then
what did we forget? To make the checklist.
Sophie.
Yeah.
You're better at it now though, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I still have, when I was coaching high school, I still had players forget their helmet.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you've ever seen a high school coach upset.
Yeah.
It's not pretty. And your mom knows me, so she knows it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty.
So yeah, you got to remember your equipment and your mouthpiece. Don't ever forget that. What do they tell you your mouthpiece is for?
To protect your teeth from getting knocked out of your mouth.
What else is it for? See, that's what most people say. Guess what else it's for? Concussions.
Oh.
It actually helps prevent concussions. So you always want to make sure you're wearing your mouthpiece. So those people out there that just say mouthpieces are for teeth, they're wrong. It actually helps with concussions as well. So wear your mouthpiece. Is Dad over there on the side? I heard someone laughing.
He is.
Randy, right?
Yes. Dad, you want to?
Randy, come on in.
Say to RJ.
Hello, RJ. Good.
Randy, how you doing, man?
I'm doing very well.
You got to scoot down. Randy.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a great picture of your chest. So thank you.
I've been training, so
He's like, I was not expecting to be on this. So you shouldn't have laughed. I wouldn't have pulled you in. So
sorry, I couldn't.
what were your feelings? Now your wife told me your feelings, but what did you think? What was going through your mind?
To be quite honest, the first time she got into tackle football, I was scared to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want her to get hurt.
Daddy's little girl.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. I get it. I get it.
Feel a dream. So, you got to let them do what they got to do.
That's a scary thing to do too.
It is.
Okay. Let them go. Let them fulfill their dreams.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of sit in the sidelines praying, oh dear God, please don't let them get hurt.
Absolutely.
So yeah. Okay. Well, good. Well, I appreciate both of you, like actually letting her go out there and fulfill her dreams. That is absolutely amazing. Sophie, what else you got to say? I want you to say something to all the girls out there, because I just think it's awesome that you're out there doing what you want to do. And there's pressure out there on young girls and young women, not to go out and fulfill things that are mainly men based or boy based. And you're breaking the norms. And you need to know, I mean, I know you don't know it, and or maybe you do and don't realize it, how big of a deal what you're doing is. Because I mean, you're really standing up for young girls, young women to say, hey, I did it. I was scared to death, but I went out there and I did this. So what would you say to other young women and young girls out there?
I would say when times do get tough and people say you can't do stuff, you don't have to listen to them, because they may not even be your friends or somebody that you even know that well. But even if somebody that you know says you can't do it, you still push through, because it's not about what they think, it's about what you think.
I love her.
My parenting is done.
You guys are doing awesome.
Randy, we're done.
Well, wait a minute. Not to mention that she uses me as a tackle dummy.
Yes.
So I just need to throw that in.
Oh, that's not. Are you hurting your dad?
I'm sorry?
Are you hurting your dad?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she does.
Now, Sophie, we're getting a little older now. You got to be careful on us, okay? We're not as young as we used to be.
Yeah.
So I still get out there with the junior high kids that I coach.
Oh, wow.
And go up against them. And then I go home and Marjorie's my wife. She yells at me going, I told you can't do that stuff anymore. You're too old. A guy does not like to be told they're too old.
No.
But then I have to take muscle relaxers from my back for the next week.
And Marjorie's like, I told you so.
That's exactly right. And she's a nurse, so it's even worse.
Oh, yeah, it's doubly worse.
Sophie's looking around like, I don't get these jokes. These old people are telling jokes. What? What's going on?
She's used to it. Randy does it all the time.
Does he tell a bunch of dad jokes?
Yes.
Yeah, they're bad, aren't they?
They are bad.
Yeah, I get it. I know. I do the same thing. Sophie, you are exceptional. So here's what I'm going to try to do, and probably the radio. There goes my mic. The boss of the radio station I work at for football will probably watch this.
Oh, cool.
No, do you know I announce football games on the radio? So I am going to see if I can get you up in one of my football games and let you come up in the let you come up and watch the game with us, get you on the radio a little bit, and maybe tell your story. Hey, everyone. Sophie, again, thank you so much for being part of Dream Big, Pray Hard, Never Quit, as well as your parents, Don and Randy. As I said, you are a big influence for young women all over the place. And to see what you're doing and accomplishing is absolutely amazing. Guys, you want to know what Dream Big, Pray Hard, Never Quit is all about? Sophie right there. Sophie, again, thank you so much. Everyone, remember to always dream big, pray hard, never quit.